All right, I'm going to throw you under the bus.
Yeah, you better.
All right, welcome to episode 8 of the Nasty Labs podcast, part of the Greenlit Podcast Network. We're a podcast from game dev studio Chuhai Labs, where we talk about games, game dev, Japan, whatever else comes up. So open up yourself a Chuhai and let's go.
You almost forgot the name of our studio there for a second.
I screwed myself up because I said game dev studio instead of game studio. And then I was like, oh no, it's just falling apart.
It was good. Kinsey, what is going on? How are you? It's been 2 weeks. It always feels like it's longer and shorter at the same time. How are you?
Mm-hmm. I am fantastic. How are you?
I'm doing all right. It's hot as fuck in Kyoto right now. It's officially, it's not the scalding Seattle that you've been going through. It's not, but it is now officially the hottest it will be for the remainder of the year, and it sucks.
You know, I was actually thinking about summers in Japan the other day because I was like, what if the border finally opens, which would be fantastic. But then I end up moving in like August. Can you imagine moving in August in Japan?
No, I mean, yeah, just that, like, you'd get off the plane, and I don't know which airport you'd land in, but some of them you like come right off the plane and like go on to the tarmac, and it would just be suddenly a kick right in the groin. It would, oh man, it would be terrible. But that said, I would rather you come now than later.
True, same.
So that would be a small price to pay.
Very true.
So what's going on? What's life like right now? What are you up to?
I went to my first post-COVID, well, I guess not post-COVID, Delta variant, sort of post-COVID party. It was really weird and it was really fun. And it was my husband's birthday party. He's turning 39. Or turned this last weekend, but like it was so weird. Like it was tons of fun, but I also realized I didn't take any pictures. I barely ate any food, and it was weird because there was like 15 of us, 20 of us, something like that. And like I don't know, it felt so normal, which made it feel weird.
That sounds good. I like the fact that you didn't take photos, to be honest. You were just no, I mean, like, we live in such a photo world and everybody's taking photos of everything, and you were just there drinking and celebrating that dude and your friends. It's just kind of you're celebrating your friends just as much.
Oh, totally, yeah.
So you rented a bar, right?
Yeah, I rented the like upstairs loft of a bar. It was awesome, and we had the Super Nintendo Classic set up. Or like we have like a modded one, so it has almost all the Super Nintendo games on it. So we had that set up, and we had like pizza and ice cream cake. Man,
that's
good.
That is good. And who was the most intoxicated between the two of you?
Oh, Tony, definitely.
Yeah. Was he like super jovial? Like, yeah, it's my birthday. Hey, thanks for coming. Like,
kinda, yeah. It was great. He gets this way of talking when he's drunk, and he also talks a lot when he's drunk, where he's usually kind of quiet. And he just gets this cadence in his voice where I'm like, uh-oh.
Can you throw the cadence out there? What's it sound like?
I don't know. It's kind of like a vague, like, lisp, maybe? He doesn't usually have a lisp, but it's kind of like that vague, drunken, almost a slur thing that he's got going, and like
that's but it's charming, and like it's one of his tells, and you like, you know it, and you spot it. You're like, whoa, the things are going downhill from here. Like,
yep.
Oh, that's great.
So what's life like in Kyoto right now?
Life is okay. You know, I don't want to talk about that COVID thing. So, but besides that, life would be okay. People are starting to get vaccinated and all that junk. I haven't yet, but it's coming soon. I did go out for a beer recently. That was pretty cool. I haven't done that in a long time. I'm really ready to go down to the river. Kyoto's got this river that runs right through it, and everybody just goes and sits and drinks beer or has coffee. It's just the most lovely part of the city, and I'm ready to get back there and see my dudes and see my friends. It's coming. It's coming soon. I'm ready for it.
Definitely.
Yeah, I'm ready. I'm ready. I want to have those birthday parties again where somebody has a modded thing and somebody has a Lisp. I want that. Yeah. So what's going to happen in today's episode of Nasty Labs, Kinsey?
Well, we have a great episode lined up. So, of course, as always, we're starting with What Up, where we talk about what we're playing. Then we move on to our main topic, which is real fun because it's the anniversary of the Famicom just a few days ago. And got some news. Then we'll answer your questions from Discord. Man, we got a lot going on today.
All right. Let's hop right into it. Great.
What are you playing? Are you playing something?
I am, but yeah, no, fuck no. I'm gonna have to do a pass this time. I'm gonna have to do it because I'm just playing Battlefield, and like, guy, I can't talk about Battlefield. All right. Oh wait, am I playing? Nope. Okay.
Okay, and first up, we got What Up, where we talk about what we're playing. And Mark, why don't you go first? What are you playing?
Thanks for throwing it to me first, Kinsey.
Yeah.
Because, being in the games industry, we get a lot of opportunities to play all sorts of upcoming games, all sorts of demos, and all sorts of just stuff. I'm not playing anything right now. And, okay, that didn't work. But, I'm still just playing Battlefield 5 because I'm a dork and I love it. And I really have nothing else to tell you or report. So I'm sorry. I'm going to have something next time. Kinsey, what are you playing lately? What's been on the docket?
So I had another nice long session of Last of Us 2. So I don't know what it is. Like some games like that, I'm pretty sure I've said this before, but like sometimes I don't like playing them if I don't have a good like 4 or 5 hours that I know I'm gonna like be able to play it. So I hadn't played this one in a while, and I just picked it up again, and I really like this game. Although it did make me realize how much of a sucker I am for jump scares.
Oh,
like, I am not good at them. So I walked into like this like bathroom in Last of Us 2, and of course one of the stall doors is closed, and I'm like, fuck, there's something in there, you know? And I took like 2 steps forward, and then of course the infected like jumped out, and like I knew it was in there, and I was like, woo! like I can't do it.
Are you that same way with like movies? Like that Freddy's on the other side of the door, or like Are you all okay? Like this is any jump scare of any kind, it's gonna get you.
Yep. Even if someone walks up behind me and I don't hear them, and they're like, "Hey, Kinsey,"
right.
Even that, I'll be like, like, I'm not good at jump scares. And then the worst part is I tweeted about this, and one of my friends was like, "Oh my god, are you at the convention center?" Because that really got me, and I wasn't there yet. And I was like, "Wait, there's this part with lots of jump scares."
Oh no. So you haven't beaten Last of Us 2 before?
No.
Oh, okay,
no,
cool.
I'm probably, I don't know, 10 or 15 hours in at this point. And it is cool because it's located in Seattle. So there is some like landmarks that I'm like, oh, I've been there.
Oh, that's awesome.
And like hearing that you go to the convention center, because I didn't even know that, is kind of exciting, especially because we haven't had conventions.
Right. So when convention center, it's like, is it the place that PAX would be? Is it like literally that? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. And is the what's that thing called? The Space Needle? Is that in the game?
Mm-hmm. I haven't seen it yet, but from where I'm at, I don't think I should be able to see it yet. Okay. But it's on my map, so it's probably there.
Oh, okay. Do you foresee yourself beating the game, or are you gonna give up for the jump scares?
I mean, jump scares won't hold me back too much, but It all depends on if there's like a part that's really hard and I get frustrated.
Right.
But that didn't happen with the Last of Us, so should be okay.
Okay. And how does the game compare to the Last of Us?
So far so good. I really, really enjoy it. And of course, I like Ellie's whole story. Mm-hmm. I do miss Joel because I did like him until the end. But but yeah, so far I'm really liking it. The first one, I absolutely loved it. So, and I heard this one's a lot darker, and it's already a little bit darker, but I don't think I've gotten to the part that a lot of people talk about.
So I haven't played The Last of Us 2. I don't know much about it. All I know is the trailer and the long play gameplay trailer. It looks like it's really fluid, and the mechanics are awesome. How does it feel to like kill somebody? How does it feel to play the game?
It actually, the controls are really, really nice. And what I like about it too is I try not to be like any sort of run and gun in this kind of game.
Right.
I prefer to never use my gun if I have that option because like sound is such a big thing. Like if there's infected around and you shoot your gun, they're all going to know where you are and they all run at you. So I do a lot of like sneaking around and like doing some stealth kills or I'll like throw like a bottle or a brick or something, and then all the like infected will run over to that. And then if you get like a good little group of them, then you can throw a Molotov over there or something. I really like it a lot. And then this whole time they never knew where I was.
It would is it typical of zombie movies and that zombies are bad, but really it's the humans? Is that what it is? Is that kind of thing?
Not too much, because in this case it's like the infected. They're all like I don't want to say mushroom people, but they're kind of like mushroom people. So it's a little bit of a different take on zombies. Granted, like in the last one, there were like subgroups. Like in the Last of Us, there was the Fireflies, and they're trying to like cure it. And some of their methods are like not as great. And then in this one, so far we have the wolves. They keep calling them wolves, but I think there's like a longer name that I'm not getting right. But so there's another like sort of like militia-y group thing, and they're bad. I think they're the like ones who came and fucked my shit up, which is why I'm even in Seattle to begin with.
Ooh.
So I'm excited to hear more about them. See if there's some sort of twist that maybe they're not as bad.
Right.
But, I mean,
I'm sure they're going to be like conflicted. Like,
totally. Yeah.
Like, it's not just they're bad. That would be too easy.
Yep. But on a much, much, much lighter note,
yay!
I just started the most adorable game because it just came to Game Pass. Bug Fables.
Ooh, tell me about Bug Fables.
So cute. It almost has like a Paper Mario vibe to it, like the look, but it's like a turn-based bug RPG. Like,
okay. I mean, it looks really amazing. How far are you into it so far?
Not very far, because I just started it on my phone for using the Cloud Play. So, like, I just started playing it like Sunday morning. I think I was playing it while I had my coffee. So I really only played 35 minutes or whatever of it, but so far so good. It's really cute. The writing is really clever. I'm not as great at some of the mechanics. They have a couple of the like hit the thing at the right time, kind of Mario RPG-ish,
right?
Kind of like that. And I don't quite have that down yet for a few of the powers, but other than that, it's really cute. Writing's good. I'm gonna keep playing it.
Awesome. You're playing it exclusively on your phone?
As of right now, yeah, I've only played it on my phone because I have like the 8-bit dough controller with the little phone grip.
Right.
So then it's just like I hold the controller and play, and it's fun.
That's actually pretty cool. Maybe I should consider that. That seems like you're playing an Xbox level quality game on your phone, and it's enjoyable.
Yeah.
And it's just streamed to your phone.
Yeah, and it's actually like the cloud gaming I'm finding is like really seamless.
Wow.
And like I played Spiritfarer like this way as well when I played that, and like I went back and forth. Like sometimes I played it on the TV and sometimes I played it on my phone. and it always like picked up right where I was. It didn't take a million years to load or install or anything. Like, this is the fucking future.
It's the future. So you foresee yourself playing other big budget games on your phone as well?
Yeah, I think so. I tried to play Destiny once on my phone, and that was weird, but
that sounds kind of...
Especially like smaller indie games, I think would work really well.
Oh, I want an update on Chicory. Did you beat Chicory?
Oh, nope. I haven't played any more of it.
Okay. So
I need to, though, because I was playing that on my laptop.
Right.
So, yeah.
Okay.
I'm not very good at continuing PC games, which is one reason why that Steam Deck is pretty sweet, which we'll get back to that. But, like, I'm not very good at playing PC games.
Yeah. I mean, how many do you have?
1,000? Well, I have a lot because I bought that bundle for racial justice, and then I just have all the ones that I have. So that one came with like, what, 1,400 or something like that?
Some astronomical number.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, there are too many games, and that sounds like a complaint. It's not, but there are so many games, and I can't. We need more time. There needs to be more time, and there needs to be less Battlefield for me. It's the only thing I play. And I only play it because I get off of work and I want to have a beer and talk to my buddies and just. I know why I play it, but it keeps me from other things. That's what I'm doing.
But it is really cool that it's like a social thing and your friends play and like that's fun.
It makes me understand things like Destiny. I've never played Destiny, but like I can see why people after work are just like, all right, let's clan up and go do this, or whatever word is proper. I'm probably not clan anymore.
All right, and this week for the weekly topic, we got original Nintendo memories. And that's because the Famicom was released in Japan on July 15th, 1983. So, you know what? We're going to call this an anniversary thing for the Famicom / NES. The NES didn't come out until, October of 85. So it's a little different, but we can just talk about it again in October.
Yeah, it's still a birthday. It's still worth talking about. Kinsey, are we talking about Famicom memories here? Are we talking about Nintendo memories? What are we talking about?
Kind of both. Depends on your region. Depends on where you were.
Okay.
Because like when I got my NES, like I never got a Famicom.
Right.
I'd never even heard of a Famicom when I got it because I was like 5.
Right. Of course. So I mean, let's start with that then. Like you were 5 years old. You were in outside of Seattle. What was where does the story start? What was the first memory? What was the first game?
So we actually got an NES because my dad wanted one. Because like all the kids were still pretty young. He wanted to get it so he could play Zelda, and like we got Zelda, we got Top Gun, we got like John Elway's football. All the games my dad wanted to play.
Oh shit.
And so, like, it was funny, though, because the kids weren't even allowed to touch it until my dad beat Zelda, was the whole thing. Because he got it for him. He did not get it for us.
Wow, good for him. Did he beat Zelda? Or did he do a Kinsey and say, you know what, I'm going to play something else?
It's pretty cute. Like, the rule didn't last forever, like, long enough that, like, the kids can't play it. Because I mean, I know this is going to sound weird to gamers nowadays, but it took my dad, like, over a year to beat Zelda because like didn't have hint books at first, like didn't have the internet, and my dad like drew out all of the dungeons and like had substantial notes on Zelda, like all the secrets. If he ran into like an old man, what did the old man say? He'd write it down. Like, so he had like a Zelda journal.
Wow. And honestly, that makes a lot of sense because, I mean, when we played it or when I played it back in the day, like it always felt like hard as nails. Like I never knew where I was going, and you had to write that stuff down. Do you have those maps and notes?
No. Actually, I saw my parents at 4th of July, this last 4th of July, and we were actually talking about Zelda and the NES, and I asked my dad where those notes are, and he was like, oh, I don't know. And I was like, no, they've got to be around. You keep everything. Like,
Yeah.
So maybe they'll, see the light of day at some point.
Oh man, that would be so cool because it's kind of like peering into his brain too. Sure, it's about the game, but like the way he would conceptualize it would be like really unique to him and really cool.
Yeah, definitely.
So,
and like
what was
Zelda
John
was
Elway.
my first memory.
Okay.
And then John Elway's football. The only thing I remember about it is I used to pick stuff through the menus because I didn't know what I was doing. It would be like, oh, X's and O's and arrows, and I'm like, that one looks good. But it's so dumb. The only thing I remember is when you kick the ball, it has the most obnoxious sound. Like it's like top down onto the football field, and then the ball just gets like it looks like it gets like closer and closer to where the camera is, and then further away, like when it goes across the screen, and it would be like,
oh right.
And then it would like hit the ground and be like donk 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 like like that's the only thing I remember about this game.
And you got Top Gun as well. Have you ever landed on the aircraft carrier?
Nope.
Yep. I don't think it's possible. If you pull up and every time you pull up, you overshoot the plane or overshoot the aircraft carrier and you crash every time. That game is broken.
Yeah, that game is hard. I never knew what I was doing, and I always crashed.
Always.
But like the only other game, well, I had like Rescue Rangers and DuckTales. Like I had all of that, which are all amazing. But like ones that stick out of my head, if I'm going to talk about one more, is definitely Rampage.
Okay.
I loved Rampage. I remember I was probably a little bit older, but I took the Nintendo and I put it in my bedroom.
Right.
Which pissed everybody off.
Uh-huh.
Because I was like, no, I want to be Rampage. So I left my NES like on, like paused with the TV off,
Yep.
like when I wasn't playing for like 2 weeks. And playing Rampage. And it's the most unsatisfying game to beat. So
yes, I if I recall, like that's one of those games that you can't really go back to. But if I recall, after you die, all you have to do is hit select start, and then you have a new life. I think it's something like that.
Something like that.
It's something that easy. That's just there's no good feedback, and you never feel like you're actually accomplishing something. I mean, it's a cute game. It's an awesome game.
And like after a while, the levels just start to like rotate. So you're gonna hit the same level like a bunch of times, even if sometimes it says it's a different place on the map. And I want to say you just all of a sudden get credits, and there's no like end to the story. There's no nothing. It's just done.
Yeah, I bet it just says like thank you for playing or something like that.
Yeah. When you're on like day like what 999, and it's
All right, so those were your primary memories. Did you and your siblings play a lot of Rampage together, or what was the sibling game?
Well, Rampage, and we would try to play things like Rescue Rangers together. But like Rescue Rangers, like if someone dies, like it's not like a take your turn type thing. Like if someone loses all their lives, they're just not playing anymore, and the other person just can keep going.
Yep. Games were harder.
Play stuff like that. And of course Mario 3. Played a lot of Mario 3. So, what about you? Did you had an NES grant?
I did.
Well,
yeah. I had a hand me down when I think I got it when I was 5 as well, and I got Ninja Turtles, Arch Rivals, and Mario 2 were my primary memories. But the first game I ever played that I can remember was actually Zelda 2. And Zelda 2, unlike Zelda 1, is it's really hard. And I didn't get it at all. Like, I didn't get the random battles. I didn't get like I knew there was like a Mario-like sequence where you have to attack enemies, but it was just too hard for a 4-year-old to really get their head around. But you mentioned the keep the Nintendo plugged in, powered on. I did that with Ninja Turtles. My cousin came to visit, and we finally beat the water stage. And I don't know if you've ever beaten the water stage, but it's literally the hardest thing on the planet. And we finally beat it, but we had to go to bed. So we hit pause, and we went to sleep. We woke up in the morning and we were like, all right, we're gonna beat this. We've done it. And my cousin's a dick, and he said, "Hey, Mark, what's this do?" And he looked me right in the eyeballs. He looked me right in the face, and he just unplugged the console, and then he just smiled and walked away. And it was I gotta credit him because that's a great memory, because that's like one of the biggest dick things you can do. And
oh my gosh, yeah.
Yeah, just a little funny thing like that. But arch rivals and Mario 2. That Mario 2 still probably my favorite Mario of the series. Yeah, man, Nintendo is still the best console. I'm pretty sure.
It's definitely up there, and it like so many people have such good memories with it that like I don't know. I feel like that and like the Super Nintendo, they're just gonna last forever. Granted, I think the Super Nintendo, those graphics I think aged hella well. Even though we're not talking about Super Nintendo,
sure,
but
yeah.
better than the NES.
Yeah. I fully agree. Like, I definitely love the Super Nintendo a lot more, but the music from the NES still stands up really strong. I mean, on well composed games like Metroid.
Yeah.
Oh man, I probably want to go back and play some old NES games today. I think I'm gonna go play Wizards and Warriors or some bullshit like that. if you were to go back and play the NES right now, what would it be? What would be the go-to game right now?
I don't know. There's a few games I didn't play that I always wanted to, like Star Tropics and Crystallis. I never played either of those, so maybe one of those. Actually, the weekend I was playing Last of Us. Tony was sitting next to me on the couch and playing NES on the PVM monitor.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
And has he played Crystallis and Star Tropics?
Probably. He's an NES collector. He's only missing Panic Restaurant.
Holy shit.
And then for unlicensed, he's missing like 4.
Holy! Does he have what are the real crazy carts? He
has a couple of them. Like he doesn't have stadium events,
right,
but he also doesn't always count that one.
Okay.
But he has like Little Samson and all those that are really expensive. Like he's really just missing Panic Restaurant, which is like an $800 to $1,000 game.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Wow. That like. He needs one or 2 carts to complete a whole NES collection.
Mm-hmm. And only a handful if he's also going for unlicensed.
All right. Man, that is but unlicensed, that's got to be such a tough one to consider what's legit and what's not, because like Action 52, does that count? Or
yeah, a lot of people think the Action 52 does count. Like some of those gold quad carts count, and like then you get into the thing is like, well, does the Aladdin system count? Because that was like just a piggyback on the NES. So like,
yeah,
some rabbit holes.
Yeah, it is. Or like, does and this is a stupid question because I actually don't know. Do the Russian carts count, or do the like how far into the Taiwanese knockoffs do you go to count? Like Kart Fighter.
Yeah.
Does Kart Fighter count?
I know that he has a couple of those, but for the most part, for unlicensed, he counts the ones that actually like came out in the U.S. Like Action 52 came out in the U.S.
Oh, I see.
know?
So like, if a store could have had it more like in a box on a shelf, sort of thing, that's where it would count.
Yeah, essentially. Even the like, I don't know if the Panesian games ever had boxes, but those count too.
What's a Panesian game?
Ooh, those are the saucy ones.
Oh, like Naked Tetris or things like that.
Yeah, there's Bubble Bath Babes,
right,
which is pretty much just Mermaids of Atlantis, but not mermaids.
Right.
And there's like Hot Slots, and then there's Peekaboo Poker.
I've never heard of Hot Slots. Hot Slots is a great name.
Yeah.
I think I get what Peekaboo Poker is. You win a hand and you get a little bit of something. I'm sure that
one's more self-explanatory.
Yeah, I like the fact that I don't know who they were marketing that game to, because I can't imagine seeing that Peekaboo and being like, "Ooh, I am gratified by that."
Well, maybe in like the 80s.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you could get those like sweet Playboys and stuff from the 80s, but if you're like wanting to be more interactive and you see that game on a shelf, you're like,
That's true.
Right.
You win, and then you win again.
But I feel like, the graphics can't be that good, which makes it even more hilarious. So I hope some people got enjoyment out of them.
I mean, Tony does.
Video Death Loop is a podcast where we watch a short video clip on loop until we just can't take it anymore. Along the way, we'll try our best to make each other laugh and to hold out longer than the other guy. You can jump in on any episode, no need to worry about continuity. Check out Video Death Loop on the Greenlit Podcast Network with new episodes every Friday.
And next up, we have the news.
Do you say
got a
the
lot to
news?
cover.
Do you say the
The
news?
news? The news.
The news. All right, so hit us with the news, Kinsey. What's up?
So the first big thing that everyone's been talking about, of course, is the Steam Deck, which is Valve's new handheld gaming computer. So it comes in 3 different ways: 256 gigs, 512, and 64 is the smallest. And then they have varying prices from like $400 to $650. What do you think? Are you gonna get one?
Absolutely. I'm gonna get the 512 for sure.
Nice.
I have a lot of games on Steam. Fact that I can. So let me go all the way back. Mobile gaming, not mobile, handheld gaming is my favorite way to game. I've never even plugged in my Switch to a TV. I've carried my DS with me for 10 plus years. I just like the form factor a lot more. I like to be able to lay in bed and play games or whatever. And this means I can take Fallout New Vegas with me on the go or whatever. Like this is like I have all these games that I love that I absolutely hate playing on PC. I don't really find sitting on my gaming chair to be that comfortable. And this is just the optimum thing for me. And the fact that it comes in those 3 different SKUs that are all like totally reasonably priced, and like if you look at the specs on the 512, it looks like it's just basically a workhorse of a PC, and it's not that expensive. I mean, $650 is not cheap, but that's like it's pretty comparable to the modern consoles in a tiny form factor. I'm okay with it. What about on your side of the pond? Do you see yourself getting this? Do you see Tony getting this? Are you a PC gamer? Like, hit me with it.
I do have a lot of games on PC that I rarely play and rarely finish. And I do see this helping out with that a lot, because it probably doesn't feel like you're playing a PC game, like you're playing a handheld game. And I do want to hold one, I think, before I pull the trigger, because I'm not sold on the button placement. But who knows? Maybe once you get your hands on it, you're like, oh, I get it. I see what they're going for. Because they also have those, the touchpad.
Right.
And on the Steam controller, I didn't love those very much. So, and it's the same technology. So I definitely want to try it out. But I'm very interested. Although I did just buy a gaming PC last year. So, I needed a new laptop anyways, because all I had was like a really old Chromebook. So I needed a new laptop, but it was not $650.
Right. So you mentioned the button placement, and the D-pad, it's not where we're used to it. And that's weird. However, I like to think that they put a lot of money into engineering this, and I like to think that they did QA this. This wasn't like on a whim, So it does look weird, and it looks like the D-pad and like the A button kind of hang off the console just a little bit. But it could be right. It could be, sometimes when I'm playing PS4 or whatever, and I'm using the left joystick, and then I have to use the D-pad, it doesn't feel comfortable. And this feels like you can more intuitively reach over to if you're using both in conjunction with each other.
Yeah.
To me, it looks like it could be the next step in placement of buttons. It could be. Mm-hmm. I'm hoping, but I am with you that I am a little nervous. But I don't care. I'm gonna get it. Like I think everything else is has me sold already. So I will be an early adopter for sure.
Nice. Did you pre-order it?
I haven't yet. I actually didn't know that the pre-orders were up, so I will pre-order it after this. Okay, I should have lied. I should have lied and said yes, I did. But no, I will. 512.
But yeah, their pre-order system's actually pretty cool. And like I know some people were mad about it, but what they're trying to do is prevent scalpers from buying like a whole bunch of them.
Okay.
So you can't buy one unless you have a Steam account that has at least one purchase on it, I think, already. So not just like people can't just keep making new Steam accounts to keep pre-ordering them.
Oh.
So, and there's a deposit, but the deposit's only $5, but it's also like showing that, you know, you are going to put money towards this thing. If there was just like a reservation, like
right.
It doesn't give you as clear of an idea of how many people actually want it.
Yeah, no, yeah, like that's like equivalent to a wish list or something. That doesn't really,
yeah.
But if you put $5 down, which I assume is refundable, but like that's still $5. That's, you know, that's keeps you in line for it. And I do like the concept that you have to have at least one purchase. That's pretty smart.
Yeah.
What are people complaining about on that front? What if they don't own a Steam account or?
Yeah, I think it's just people who don't really play necessarily on Steam, but they want to get this.
Which doesn't make sense because it's called the Steam Deck.
Yeah. But I mean, what is pretty cool about it though is like it's you know, a Steam Deck and it's a handheld, you know, gaming device, but it's also a computer. And you could like wipe the Steam OS if you wanted to. And like it's like perfectly customizable. So I heard some people saying that they were thinking about getting the 64 gig one, putting Windows on it and having it basically be a Game Pass machine.
Oh, that does open up a lot of options because like I did read that you can like install any itch.io game, you know, like you don't have to, it's not a walled garden like you know, like the Switch. So man, everything about it seems right. Like it seems like they're approaching it just a lot more not crowdsourced, but a lot more open source friendly.
Yeah.
I like that, and yeah, it is pricey, but I didn't know about the Game Pass. I mean, that's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Like to have a mobile Game Pass machine, yo.
Yeah, that's pretty rad, and it's not your phone. Like I mean, don't get me wrong, I love that I can put it on my phone,
right?
But also sometimes I want to like use my phone as a phone.
Right. Yeah. Like, because it would actually install, right? I assume the game. Mm-hmm. And not just stream it.
Oh wait, no, maybe it just streams it. I think it installs a little bit of stuff, but not that much.
Okay.
And then, well, because like I'll be playing a game on my phone, and like, what if someone like texts me and like I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't like using my phone for stuff.
Yeah, I've never played a game on my phone because I'm with you. So this thing seems ideal. I'm getting it. You can try mine when it comes.
Sweet.
Which you'll be in Japan in August during the hottest period of the year. Right.
Of course. Yeah. And that leads really well into our next story, Game Pass. Game Pass, number one, they're getting a bunch of killer new titles, but they also just added 14 more titles to ones that have touch control. So they added touch control to a whole bunch of new titles, which brings the ones that can be cloud gaming, so like gaming on my phone, to about 80 titles you can play now in the cloud gaming on your mobile device. So on like a tablet, whatever, like it's pretty... The Game Pass, like they just keep adding more and more and more to it. Like, yeah, things are leaving Game Pass sometimes, but it's crazy how much is on there.
Wow.
And speaking of big titles...
Hit me with the titles.
Your big thing, Battlefield 5...
Finally.
is coming to Game Pass, and Microsoft Flight Simulator.
Okay.
And cult classic Crimson Skies, which is hella fun.
It is still hella fun.
Yeah. Oh, does Battlefield 5 have, like, crossplay?
I have no idea, and I hope it does.
Because maybe you could play with even more friends.
I
now
want
that it's
to.
on Game Pass.
I literally only play with 2 friends. I need. Hey, are you my friend? And you play Battlefield 5 on PlayStation, and maybe crossplay if that exists. Let's play together. All right. Yeah, that's awesome. I am a huge Crimson Skies fan. I own an Xbox Classic or whatever they call that, and the only game I own is Crimson Skies.
Nice, good choice.
And 4 controllers I own just for that. Yeah, I fucking love
awesome.
that shit. What,
Gotta have a Crimson Skies party.
Yeah, I've tried. Other people at the office, they're like, oh, it doesn't fly like modern games. Like, shut the.
It's funny.
Yeah. Well, so what are indie titles that are on the way?
Yeah, there's quite a few indie titles coming, and personally, I think most notable is like Raji in Ancient Epic. That was on. Oh, was it the Nindies Direct?
Right.
Yeah, the indie showcase. I believe it was on there, and it just looked amazing. And then Last Stop, and then Chris Tales, and I feel like whenever I say Chris Tales, I feel like it's not right, but like, there's no other way to say that, right?
What could it be? Christ Tales?
Maybe.
Chris Tales.
I mean, either way, it looks great.
Okay.
There's a lot of rad stuff coming to Game Pass.
Okay.
Yay!
What are you gonna play of the ones you've mentioned here? Any of these, or?
I kind of want to try a Microsoft Flight Simulator.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I know. I'm not gonna like love it.
Sure.
But I definitely want to try because it looks so pretty. Like, it looks really, really nice. And then actually, the 3 indie titles I picked out for the most notable, those all sound great. And you know what? Maybe I'll try Battlefield 5.
Okay. Maybe. Here's what you said: flight sim. I think you should. You should book a flight from Seattle and do a direct flight to Osaka.
Ooh, that'll probably be my first flight.
Yeah, it's in real time though, isn't it? Isn't that the thing about the game? It's like really long and boring.
I don't know. Yeah, probably. I mean, it is a flight simulator. It's probably kind of long and kind of boring. But you can do it like in like some sort of spectator mode where you're sitting on the plane, like as a passenger.
That sounds even worse. Like real-time passenger. Oh. Let's make that game Passenger Simulator. And you have to go through the scanner, and like occasionally that one guy like gropes you as you're going. Yeah. Yeah, this sounds like a good game.
Your bags get lost.
Yeah.
Man, it's fun.
Yeah. So what else is happening right now in the news?
Okay, I was pretty excited about this one because when I started diving into it, I actually saw one of the headlines first, and as I started looking, there was more.
Okay.
So these are all within like today-ish to maybe a few weeks ago.
Okay.
But so more nerdy manhole covers are coming to Japan because they've had like the Pokémon ones for a while in different regions.
Wait. What are we talking about? Nerdy manhole covers. Tell me the history.
Manhole covers.
Yeah. Are you talking like a sewer cap?
Like on the street.
Like Ninja Turtles, their home.
Yeah.
Okay. What do you mean? You're acting like I know what the fuck you're talking about. What is
I thought you would.
Oh, what is a nerdy manhole cover?
It's like they're called like Pokefuda,
okay,
which I think it's supposed to be like Hanafuda cards. I don't really know, but they like the art always reminds me of the art that would be on a Hanafuda set. So for example, the ones coming to Hokkaido are going to be Vulpix and Alolan Vulpix, which is perfect because Vulpix is fire, Alolan Vulpix is ice.
You're still saying this like I know what you're talking about. So what I think is this. Are you saying that there's artwork on the man? Oh, okay. Oh, and like is it painted or is it like engraved or what?
It is the kind of like engraved, so it has some like 3D-ness to it, but not too much because you still have to be able to like walk on it and drive over it.
Right.
And then it's painted, and they look really, really nice.
Okay, so this is really cool, and it's mostly Pokemon themed.
It is mostly Pokemon, yeah.
Wow. Okay, that's actually cool.
Yeah, there's a few exceptions that I found in this list, but for the most part, I've only heard of the Pokemon ones. So, yeah, Vulpix and Alolan Vulpix going to be in Hokkaido. Ueno Park, which I love Ueno Park. Like, I try to stay in Ueno whenever I go to Japan because I think it's, like, the first day that you're there, like, especially if you're from the U.S. or in, like, my Pacific time zone, you always wake up your first day at, like, 5 a.m. or something ridiculous and you can't get back to sleep. So I go and I walk around Ueno Park. Because it's awesome.
Yeah, that makes perfect sense. I always go to like the worst spots, but Ueno Park, that would be a good place. And
yeah,
is this mostly just in? Okay, it's all over the country though.
Yeah. So like Ueno Park just got some, and actually, Saga Prefecture is gonna get ones for the new Saga remaster that's coming out.
What?
Came out.
That's
came
really
out.
cool. That's really
Yeah.
cool. Oh man. Okay. I'm suddenly more interested.
Yeah. So Saga Prefecture is getting 10 new Saga themed manhole covers, and then even some like monument statue things, which is gonna be pretty sweet.
That's cool.
Yeah. See?
Okay. Yeah. All right. That's pretty cool. Yeah. I mean, I haven't seen anything like that. I mean, in Kyoto, we have on some of the streets, we've got like a light, like lamp post covers that are all Pokemon themed. And
cool.
when I first moved to Kyoto, I would just like run around and try to find unique ones. I'm not a big Pokemon fan, but obviously the artwork is amazing.
Yeah, definitely.
So I can see how this would be really cute, especially if you like happen upon it. Like, oh shit! Look, you know, like that would be really cool. Like, I can see how Japan does some like miniature charming things sometimes that are
totally.
That's special. Like that probably costs a lot of money to have this made. Like
probably
like, it's kind of stupid, and I love it when Japan does little touches like this.
Yeah, a lot of them are really, really cute, and they're also getting some Gundam ones, of course.
Right, of course.
Yeah, so Odawara and Kanagawa are getting some Gundam ones. I've only seen 2, so I don't know if there's going to be more than 2, but they're coming in August.
Awesome.
That's pretty sweet.
Yeah.
So the Kyoto doesn't have them?
I don't know. Like, so that sounded condescending. No, I actually, I don't fucking know. No. I don't know. And now I was actually going to ask, well, what does Kyoto have? And so maybe I should, I'll look into that. And I mean, it sounds cool, and I'll find it because I do like these kinds of nerdy things. So this is a neat learning experience, and this was news to me. Thank you, Kinsey, for giving the news.
Well, your homework assignment is if there are some in Kyoto, you got to go take a picture and then post it on Twitter.
I will do that. Homework tomorrow. Right after this call, I'm gonna find out where the hell these things are, if they exist. They must.
Yeah, because I think like Okinawa might have some, and there's a few other prefectures that have them. But Kyoto, I would I don't know.
It's kind of
my brain is like obviously, but
Nintendo. It has to.
See.
It has to.
Yeah. Next up, we got Call Me Up, where we answer your questions from Discord. And if you ever want to ask us a question, just go to the Chew High Labs Discord, go to the Call Me Up channel, and type it there.
Type it there. We've had some really great questions in the past that we haven't been able to answer. Especially like do fighting games rock or not? We don't know. That said, what is the sole question of the week, Kinsey?
So the question for this episode is, if you could make any previously made game into a VR game, what would it be? And tell me why it's Pilot Wings.
Okay. All right. It's not Pilot Wings.
No, I think I'd get sick.
Yeah. I'm going to... first, I want to say Pilot Wings is one of my favorite games ever. It's so cute. I love that game. I am one of the grandmasters of Pilot Wings for the SNES. I'm so good at that game. Pilot Wings on the later ones not as much fun for me. But VR flight games are absolutely sickening.
Ugh.
Yeah,
I could see that.
The first VR game I ever bought was a flight game, and I'm not going to say the name of the game because that's rude. But it they had as many things in it as possible to lessen sickness, but it's damn near impossible because the momentum of the plane isn't directly connected with a body motion you're doing. Unlike Carve and the way you move your legs causes, or the way you move your hands causes the board to move, and it feels like you're connected with it. Whereas in flight games or driving games, all you have to do is like press a button and you move, and it's really hard to explain. But that momentum instantly makes you feel ill. So sorry, no pilot wings.
And pilot wings, aren't you also like controlling a parachuter that like comes out and tries to land in a spot?
Okay, that'd be cool.
And there's a lot of spinning involved.
Oh, that's true.
I feel like in that game.
That's true. Yeah, that would be sickening. Okay, so first of all, Steven, he asked the question. No, it's not pilot wings. That's a terrible idea. You're a horrible person.
But what would it be for you?
Yeah. Ooh, shit. Well, I played a bunch of first-person shooters, and I gotta say, it's not going to be a first-person shooter. I don't think they feel good. Fudge. I've been wanting to play platformers, to see what those are like, because I feel like that could be a really unique. I'm gonna say Mario 2. I need to shut up about Mario 2, but all right, I'm gonna pass. Kinsey, what are you thinking?
I was trying to think. Something might be really fun. Like, do you remember like boom blocks on the Wii?
Yeah.
So you're basically just like throwing bombs at a pile of like a wall of blocks, or like something like that, where that way, kind of like how they did Bust to Move in VR, where you're like throwing the ball to the Bub and Bob like throw the ball to you, and then you throw it up, like kind of like that. But something like boom blocks, or even like, I wonder if it would work for something like worms, because I love worms.
Oh, that's good.
I'm not sure if that would work, but that'd be pretty sweet. But yeah, I just want to like throw some bombs at some walls, apparently, in VR.
I'm with you, and but that just made me think of a Wii game that I think was a really good idea for a game, but maybe it could go further. But it was a Zelda game on the Wii. Maybe you remember it, but it was a game where
crossbow training.
That one, crossbow training. It's not a very good game, but it's a really good concept. And like something like crossbow training, where you're actually using a bow, or you get to use your sword. A lot more things that the Wii just wasn't capable of, and I think that would probably work. Actually,
that made me think of like, I know you said first-person shooters aren't always super fun because of sick, but what if it was like one of those first-person shooters that are like on rails, like House of the Dead, like the arcade game, where like you never actually walk.
Oh, those are fine.
Shooting.
Those are totally fine. Yeah.
That would be fun.
Like motion is okay if you're not controlling it. Like if you know where it's going and like that, that's totally fine. But I don't remember what first-person shooter that I played that actually worked. But all the ones where you're static work just fine. Where you're in a place,
totally.
You shoot, and then you go to the next place. Yeah, I got nothing else though. I got nothing. Oh man, I'll have to really think hard about this one and like come back to it.
Yeah, I think there's probably a lot of good things out there, but then you start thinking about it and you're like, wait, I think I would get sick.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the thing about the VR in general. Like all games that work really well for it are made for it. I was also thinking about like mobile games. There's not a lot of mobile games. The best games for mobile are only good for mobile, I think. Angry Birds and things like that. Like that is a mobile game, but games that are ported to it, they don't feel right, and the same is true for VR for the most part. I don't want to say all games, but like in general.
What if there was like a VR like slingshot game? Like you reminded me with Angry Birds. What if you like combine like Angry Birds and Boom Blocks?
Like Dennis the Menace.
Hell yeah!
You gotta you gotta shoot the angry old man next door for
Perfect. We just made a game.
Yeah.
It's that easy.
Yeah, that's it, dude. Oculus, hit us up real quick. $1.7 million. It's a 7-month game. Talk to you soon, baby.
It's definitely $1 million seller.
Kinsey, it's been a great show. You're an amazing host. What can I say? Do you have any final thoughts? Do you have any final thoughts?
Like, you're an amazing host. Do you have any final thoughts? No. Well, I'm going to try to, when I get to Japan, I'm going to take so many pictures of those manhole covers. Yeah. I'm really excited.
Okay. Actually, we were talking about what you're going to do when you arrive in Japan. Like, we were like speculating. This is kind of just getting off topic here, but we're all talking like as soon as she lands, she's going to completely book her schedule, like from 7 p.m. until 1 a.m. every day, every single day, completely booked out, and it's gonna be like, go take manhole cover photos. Go to try on kimonos at this place. Go to this. Like we already predict like for the first year, you're just going to be doing stuff rock solid, and we all look forward to it. It's going to be awesome.
My apartment is just like an open suitcase on the floor, and then like some boxes that I use as tables.
Yeah, you just wake up there. That's all it's for.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, okay, well, I got to go do the thing now. Yeah, we're pretty excited about that. So you have no final thoughts. As a reminder, Carve Snowboarding is on Oculus Quest. You should get it right now. Hit wish list, then hit buy, then tell all your friends to do the same thing. It's going to be awesome. You will love it. It's currently rated at a 4.20. So woo-hoo! Nice. It's the sex number. You should get it. What's going to happen in 2 weeks, Kinsey?
2 weeks, definitely join us again for episode 9. And Mark, where can people find you on the internet?
I can be found at twitter.com/thehenrydemos. That's where I'm at. What about you, Kinsey?
I'm at Kinzilla, Kinszilla, on all the things. And of course, also follow our studio, Chew High Labs. And it's Chew High Labs, all one word, all the things.
All the things. Kinsey, thank you so much. I'll see you soon. Bye.